No, you go and fuck yourself, you fucking pathetic little f***hole.
Talk to logicians.
I am a logician, you dumb cunt. That's the outcome of this discussion when it occurs.
Would you say your position is a logically consistent position?
Ask me a question that makes sense and I'll answer it.
What about the question doesn't make sense?
Logically consistent with what?
Yeah, by logically consistent, I mean, not affirming contradictions, so true contradictions, which would be P and not P. So
try in English. Try using English. English works well for most people. What do you mean by logically consistent? Because consistent means with something else. So what's the other thing that I need to be consistent with to be logically consistent?
Not affirming a contradiction. So not affirming a proposition and its negation.
Okay, you just said the same thing again, which was just gobbledygook.
Okay, I can, yeah, sure. So a proposition is a truth apt. So a proposition is a truth apt statement. So it's a statement that can be true.
Gobbledygook. Gobbledygook. We don't speak Isaac Brown gobbledygook here. We speak English, most of us. English would be appreciated. I've repeatedly said, and will repeatedly again in the future continue to say, that there is no place in science or whatever for consensus, ever. What does the data say? What statistics have been undertaken? Is the study you've got in front of me right now valid, or is it invalid? Can we trust it to any degree to tell us anything about the objective nature of reality or not? Obviously, that vegtards don't want to play that game because that f***s them up every single time. Because, boys and girls, truth and logic destroys vegan f***ery every time.
Fiber promotes weight loss.
No, it doesn't. There's no evidence for that anywhere in the literature whatsoever. As I say, only one study available on human beings and fiber.
And prevent weight gain.
No.
It stabilizes blood sugar and decreases cholesterol.
So what?
And it protects against...
And there's no evidence about the blood sugar thing that's remotely good enough, or the cholesterol thing, actually.
Constipation and colon cancer.
No. There is no evidence that fiber prevents constipation or colon cancer. None at all. No. Lies. Red-pilled vegan who is a complete wipe, complete waste of perfectly good oxygen, who is a character who paradoxically calls himself red-pilled vegan. Paradoxical because obviously veganism is the most blue pill thing you can possibly do to yourself. So yeah, just crazy. Anyway, today I'm responding to the frankly, utterly pathetic, ridiculous, desperate, crazy crackpot video put up on her channel today by the fetid, stinking from Chorley, who has put together a video mashup of bits and bobs of the discussion, the live discussion that her and I had the other day. Really interesting that she's done that, given that she refused to allow me to record it because she didn't want me to edit it at all. She wanted it all out there live, which I then acquiesced to, made it so that we could do it live, and then she's taken it, without my permission, by the way, and edited it to suit herself, to make it look the way she wants it to look. Basically, it's another desperate attempt by a complete moron, a complete charlatan.
So wait a minute, let me ask you a question. So you're saying that the mechanistic explanations and data is more important than a meta-analysis. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, well, what you're saying is not scientific, unfortunately.
Who's the senior scientist of the two of us?
Just because someone's senior doesn't mean they're not wrong.
Who's the senior scientist of the two of us?
Just because they're your senior doesn't mean you're not wrong.
Scientific, Charlie Brown. You back it up with some credentials, okay? Have you got a list of publications as long as you...
Have you ever actually...
Have you got a list of publications as long as your arm?
Have you ever actually treated
No, you
patients?
don't. Have you acted as peer reviewer for 3 separate journals? No, you haven't.
Have you actually?
Have you taught more pre-med students than you've had hot dinners? No, you fucking haven't. I have. You will give me some goddamn respect. Don't tell me what is scientific and what is not, Charlie Brown.
Post your publications.
Bart, sorry, man. Sorry, Bart. Look, I can say the same thing to you, man. I can say, have you ever treated patients? Have you ever prescribed medications? Have you ever actually practiced medicine? You've taught pre-med students, but have you ever been a medical doctor yourself? You haven't. So you've.
We are here to discuss science, Charlie Brown. Science. And you're telling me about science, and you can f*** off because I'm the one who's here to tell you about science.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you, Bart. I'll make a deal with you. I will talk mechanism with you if you change your statement, because I don't accept your statement that there's no evidence that LDL causes cardiovascular disease. If you want to change your statement that there's no mechanistic explanation for why LDL causes atherosclerotic disease, then I'll engage with you in the mechanism. But if you don't change your statement, I'm not going to engage with you.
Okay, we're done here.
All right. But Bart, ask any medical doctor, ask anybody who practices.
Don't give a f***. We're done here. Goodbye.
Ask anybody who practices medicine, and the thing that you start with in a discussion is the strongest evidence you have. You never start with mechanism. But
That
the
would
thing is,
require you to show some goddamn respect to a senior scientist and stop telling me about science and what's good science and what's bad science, and listen to me when I tell you what's bad science and what's good science, and then engage with me in a discussion when I invite one straight away, rather than around for 15 minutes and then just randomly saying, oh, this cytokine, that cytokine, the other cytokine. Okay, great. If you wanted to talk about that, you had your opportunity. Instead, you wanted to treat with me with disrespect and tell me you know more about science than I do, in which case you can go and f*** yourself.
Bart, you haven't been respectful to him yourself, dude.
If you on your position. Okay.
I
Okay,
thought
that's
it was very
interesting. Okay.
video response this morning. Have you not seen it?
I've seen bits. I've seen some of it. I thought it was
I think you should
entertaining.
watch
So
the whole thing.
I've watched it. Yeah, I haven't watched
tell you what,
I haven't watched
excuse
the
me,
entire
hang
thing.
hang on, stop. I would actually like to add another stipulation, and this is what it's going to be. If Dr. Avi Bitterman speaks publicly on any platform with either Isaac Brown or Richard Burgess, either between this point in time right now, this second, and the end of any series of debates between myself and Dr. Avi Bitterman, then that will be the end of the process. There will be no further words exchanged, or the deal is off. Are we clear?
I'm clear on what your terms are. It seems like you still can't answer this question, though, if your position is consistent or not.
I'm not here to answer your fucking questions. I am here to defend a position which doesn't really even need defense. And the position is Avi Bitterman has made an error of judgment. Avi Bitterman has suggested a moot which is demonstrably wrong, false, and incorrect. And it's time he learned his bloody lesson.
Wrong, false, and
Is your position consistent, Bart?
There are two people speaking in this discussion right now, and only two people. Anyone else who wants to get involved in this right now, at this point in time, will find themselves banhammered. Am I clear, everybody? No f***ing around in here. Right, go on, sorry.
Yeah, so I don't understand what was difficult about what I said about consistency. So
It's just nonsense and sophistry, and it's a misdirect from the point at hand, which is you've made a mistake, haven't you? You've taken on more than you can f***ing chew. You've been disrespectful to one of your seniors and betters in a massive way. You are now coming to me cap in hand. Please have a discussion with me. I'm telling you what's going to be required, and I'm outlining what's going to happen. In that discussion, it's up to you to suck it up and take that on the chin, and then you and all your followers will learn something about true actual science, or you say, I'm not interested in that, in which case you right off for all time and none of us give two fucks. Am I clear? You stupid, ridiculous, desperate, fat, ugly, syphilitic cunt whore. Pew! No, Michelle, no again. You ignorant fucking cunt hole. Basically, f off and die, you stupid hag. I absolutely owned the boy. I caned him from pillar to post. I fisted him to the elbow, no lube. That's my take on it. Do you guys agree? Also, and I would also add a stipulation to that if either one of us forfeits the debate on that rule, then that person should shut their channel down permanently as well as a penalty. If you don't know what we're talking about, boy, you needed to be on Discord this afternoon when Avi dropped in for a fisting, for a spanking. There, he went across my knee, didn't he, boys and girls? As I say, I've just fisted Avi up to the armpit on my Discord channel. He dropped in for a discussion and got absolutely owned. God, it was fun. But I really treated him like an absolute schoolboy, and he said, thank you, Daddy. Stay away from all the plant-based materials, including DB export 33 1/3 low carbohydrate brewed 33% longer for more alcohol and less carbohydrate. Don't drink any of that.